Oh, there you are. I'm Randolph Carter. You'll remember me from The Unnamable, a classic tale written by American horror writer H.P. Lovecraft.
Hey everyone, Bad Panda here. Now the legendary Howard Phillips Lovecraft is mostly remembered for creating weird-ass masterpiece after weird-ass masterpiece, but when it comes to his movie adaptations, I think most people would agree that Reanimator is awesome, but the rest are... Aside from being the movie that traumatized my childhood and turned me into the depressed, self-destructive emo I am today, The Unnamable was unleashed upon an unsuspecting and I'm guessing pretty indifferent public in 1988. Like Reanimator, this was a modernized expansion of the Lovecraft short story of the same name, which originally detailed a debate between Joel Manton, played here by Max Para, and Randolph Carter, played by Mark Kinsey Stevenson, over the existence of a creature so hideous it can only be described as unnamable.
This constant talk about unnamable and unmentionable things is rather childish.
But Joel, there are things in this universe that are so horrific that the human mind is unable to conceive of them.
Wrong. Everything can be conceived and described, either through scientific prose or mathematical equation.
And that is a smug answer, Joel. But it is one to be expected from a science major.
Science? What's science ever done for us? TV off.
Writer-director Jean-Paul Huillet also added in this third fiddle character named Howard Damon, who was played by an actor who I'm guessing was having trouble finding himself.
Really, I had some poetry published.
You know it's more than that.
It's just a bunch of old wives' tales.
Is it? Two separate sources. Cotton Mather, a moderately sane clergyman and author, and my ancestor's diary. Both claim the tale to be true.
Well, obviously one based his story on the others. Or you made them both up.
Yes, kids, this is how people argued before there was an internet.
I dare you to show me the house.
Well, Joel, you've seen it. It's right there.
So there's a spooky old house where a century earlier, an old guy named Joshua Winthrop, played by Delbert Spain, had a monstrous beast of a daughter named Elida. Come on, Dad, have a heart. Now, we don't get a good look at the Unnamable just yet, but we do get a brief scene from CSI Sleepy Hollow, followed by the fastest funeral in cinema history.
Dictae, quid pro quo, veni vidi vici, nolo contendere, habeas corpus rictureus, ipso facto, pro forma paritasu, hic haec hoc, huius, huius, huius.
Crime scene right to the grave. What was that, like 50 feet?
We'll spend the night there.
Right.
Well, why not?
Joel decides to spend a night in the creepy old house because, well, he's in a horror movie and he doesn't believe in ghosts. He'll probably be fine.
Fatality.
Anyway, Joe'll be back in the morning to call us cowards and fools, and I can live with that.
Oh, Carter, hi.
Hello, Wendy. Hi, Wendy.
Hi, I'll be your naked breasts in tonight's movie.
Honestly, we are the official Miskatonic University Welcoming Committee.
Yeah, we specialize in respecting women and totally not coming off as rapey.
I'm John Babcock. This is Bruce Weeks.
I'm Wendy Burns.
Nice to meet you, Wendy.
Tanya Hiller.
Tanya?
Yeah, whatever. Alexandra Durrell, Laura Albert, Blaine Wheatley, and Eben Ham. That's an interesting name.
There's this old house across the graveyard.
Sounds pretty kinky. Sounds like hazing.
Through a plot device called lazy screenwriting, these four decide to, what else, spend the night in a creepy old house.
You ever been inside?
No. You?
No.
Look, you want to pull out now before you get your wick wet?
That's what she said.
Yeah, because this is where every girl wants to have sex. Oh yeah, make love to me on this splintery wooden floor. Tetanus is so hot.
Ouch!
Sorry?
Oh, not you.
Some animal must have dragged us in.
Probably a better bone than you, dude. Of course, we all know that no sex scene is complete without getting a little head. Anyway, let's check up on the other pair and see how they're doing.
Come on.
Stop it, you're drunk. Stop it!
Hey, not cool, dude. Keep that behavior up, mister, and you could be president someday.
Oh, damn.
Oh, don't worry, in a few minutes, this happens to him. At this point, Howard and Carter arrive at the house in search of their missing friend.
Just like a woman to faint.
Just like a woman to faint.
Ah, fuck you.
Oh my God, it's Joel.
He looks a little shorter. Suddenly, Carter stumbles across something really unexpected.
The Necronomicon.
Yeah, back in the 80s, the Necronomicon was like Ghostbusters. There was a copy in every house. Just tell me that Carter's not stupid enough to read aloud from the...
Nigel, Latoyus Eris. Nigel, Latoyus Freya. I like that one. Nigel, Brave, Upo.
What was that, a footnote? I thought the Necronomicon was supposed to summon the evil dead to possess the living or some shit. He just used it to open the door. What, is there a spell that flushes the toilet too? Well, whatever he's up to, he'd better hurry because the Unnamable is about to show up. And what, is it some dude in a rubber suit or something? Howard and Tanya fight back against the Unnamable using the always handy technique of getting smacked into walls. Carter decodes how to rip off the ending of Evil Dead 2, and the creature is sent straight into the sequel, bringing this film to a slightly abrupt close.
I've seen it. I've really seen it. The Unnamable.
Please.
It was hell down there, Howard.
And don't worry, if you liked what you saw, there's
The Unnamable 2, The Statement of Randolph Carter,
which picks up literally a few minutes later.
You know about this.
You haven't the faintest idea what forces you've stumbled on.
The best thing about this movie, though, is the Holmes and Watson dynamic between Carter and Howard.
You haven't heard of Randolph Carter?
Randolph Carter is perhaps the most famous of Lovecraft's protagonists, who, in the stories, becomes the unlikely hero against the horrible, grotesque monsters of the dreamland. Mark Kinsey Stevenson is the first and, as of this writing, only actor to have portrayed the character in a feature film.
I know. A lot of kids took the time to write me fan letters.
And I just love every minute this guy is on screen.
Just like a woman to faint.
Okay, almost every minute.
The Unnamable was sold in all territories of the world. It has achieved success both in theaters and in video. Besides respectable sales in both Japan and the United States, it hit the top 10 theatrical chart in Hong Kong along with Steven Spielberg's Empire of the Sun and Rambo 3. In the United States, it has become a cult party film for teenagers and for college students. It's hard to find a copy not rented on a Friday night.
And that was H.P. Lovecraft's The Unnamable. A cheap but fun monster flick elevated slightly above mediocrity by a cool creature design and a pair of highly entertaining heroes. It terrified the shit out of me as a kid, but it's hilarious to watch as an adult.
See you soon.
Wait up, Howard.
Bad Panda.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching. Why not hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, or if you have a film that you'd like to see reviewed on this show, then feel free to leave it in the comments below. We'll see you on the next Obscure Film History.